The sun beat mercilessly down over the rocky ravines of northwest Tenerife, the shimmering heat distorting the horizon. Yet again, helicopters circled overhead while search dogs panted through the dust, their handlers scanning the endless stretches of brush and unforgiving terrain. 2 weeks had passed since 19-year-old Jay Slater vanished in the rural area of Masca after reportedly leaving an Airbnb in the early hours of June 17. The search had been relentless, but with no solid leads, and one glaring oversight, according to a former Metropolitan Police detective. The investigation may have started to unravel from the beginning. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Former Met Detective Peter Bleksley, who has worked on high-profile cases across the UK, has now stepped forward to publicly question the handling of the case. Speaking to media sources, he bluntly claimed that a key investigative error may have hindered the chances of finding Jay early. And, as tensions rise and the trail grows colder by the day, his words have reignited debate across both sides of the Atlantic. The golden hours are long gone. From everything I've seen, Bleksley said in a televised interview, this doesn't look good. The golden hours, that crucial early period after someone disappears, were not used effectively. You need to act fast, establish a timeline, preserve digital evidence, and cordon off potential crime scenes. None of that seems to have been prioritized here. Indeed, the first 48 hours after Jay was reported missing were chaotic. Reports from local residents were inconsistent. Rumors about his last known movements spiraled on social media. Conflicting eyewitness testimonies suggested he had been seen walking alone uphill in the blistering sun without food or water. Others claimed he looked distressed, while still more insisted he was just heading back to his accommodation. What complicated matters further was Jay's last known contact. A phone call to a friend around 8:50 a.m. He said he was lost, dehydrated, his phone battery was nearly dead, and he was trying to get back to his hotel. Minutes later, his phone pinged a mast near the mountainous region, then went silent. It took authorities nearly 24 hours to fully mobilize a search team, and even then, the lack of coordination between Spanish authorities and Jay's friends and family back in the UK caused major friction. Digital footprint ignored? One of Bleksley's harshest critiques targeted the alleged failure to immediately secure Jay's digital footprint. You can learn more about someone's last moments from their mobile data and online activity than almost any other source, he stated. Where was he messaging? What apps were open? Did his phone use maps, and if so, which route was selected? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Jay had been actively posting on Snapchat and Instagram the night before his disappearance, including a brief video from a party and another from what appears to be the Airbnb with 2 men he reportedly met during his holiday. Yet it's still unclear if the police have been able to access his social accounts or cross-reference his activity with the location data from his phone. His mother, Debbie Duncan, has pleaded publicly for more transparency. We're living in a nightmare. I just want to know what steps are being taken and if his phone or social accounts can tell us more. We're being kept in the dark. A senior Spanish officer responded vaguely in a press conference, we are reviewing digital information, but the terrain and geography remain the primary challenge. Still, no arrests have been made, no persons of interest identified, and no major discoveries announced. Search feels symbolic now. In the parched gorges of Masca, the daily search now includes volunteers, rescue workers, and even curious locals. Drones sweep overhead, and infrared sensors scan for any trace of human presence. But as days drag on, frustration builds. This feels symbolic more than strategic, said Lara Gomez, a local journalist covering the case. The public wants to see that something is being done, but from what we've observed on the ground, there's little real coordination. Bleksley echoed that sentiment. You can throw all the manpower you want at a search, but if it's based on flawed assumptions, it won't matter. We've seen this before, emotion overtakes evidence. The ex-detective believes the search should have widened its scope much earlier. It's quite possible Jay never stayed on that hillside. He might have been taken elsewhere. There should have been simultaneous searches in nearby roads, buildings, CCTV footage from the valley entrances and exits. Instead, they zeroed in on one theory, that he got lost walking home. And that, he warned, may have cost investigators precious time. Locals question timeline. Meanwhile, locals in the area have raised their own suspicions. One farmer told reporters he found it strange that no clothing or personal items had been discovered. "This land doesn't keep secrets," he said. "If a boy had fallen or slept rough, something, anything, should have turned up by now." Another Masca resident, who asked not to be named, claimed she saw a vehicle parked near a restricted hiking path around the same time Jay went missing. "It wasn't from around here," she said. Police didn't even come ask questions until 3 days later. Spanish police have not confirmed whether they are investigating any vehicles or third-party involvement. They continue to classify the case as a missing persons inquiry, not a criminal one, though that may soon change if no progress is made. Online theories cloud the case. Social media, predictably, has become a breeding ground for speculation. TikTok sleuths, Reddit threads, and Facebook groups have sprung up overnight with wild theories ranging from abduction to an elaborate hoax. Some even claim to see grainy footage of a figure in the hills, claims the family say have only made their suffering worse. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, stop with the fake sightings, Jay's father said in a video message. "Every time you post something unverified, it hurts us. It gives us false hope." Blexley weighed in on the digital noise too. "These amateur investigators online can sometimes help, but more often, they muddy the waters. They share information that hasn't been verified, distract police, and ultimately delay real leads. Family desperate, trust in authorities eroding." Back in the UK, Jay's friends and family have expressed growing frustration with the investigation. They've raised funds to remain in Tenerife and have coordinated their own leaflet campaigns and door-to-door inquiries. But Debbie Duncan, Jay's mother, revealed the emotional toll has become unbearable. "Every night I think he's going to walk through that door. Every morning I wake up and remember he's still missing. The worst part is not knowing if they're doing everything they can. And it's not just emotional exhaustion." The family has expressed concerns that cultural and language barriers may be impeding the investigation. "We're thankful for the search teams," Jay's brother said. "But at this point, we need outside help. We need British investigators, we need better tech support, we need pressure." The missing piece? So, what is the missing piece? Blexley believes it could still come from a human source. Someone knows more. Maybe someone saw Jay later than we thought. Maybe someone was in that Airbnb after he left. Maybe someone's phone picked up something unusual that morning. His suggestion? Offer a reward. A significant one. You'd be amazed how quickly lips loosen when money is involved. There are also growing calls for UK authorities to get more directly involved. Though the Foreign Office has provided consular support, they are not leading any part of the investigation. Some MPs have now called for joint jurisdiction or an investigative liaison. Conclusion: hope amid the doubt. As the search enters yet another agonizing day, hope remains, but it's been tempered by fear, doubt, and criticism. Jay Slater's face is now printed on hundreds of posters across Tenerife. His name is trending almost daily in the UK. But awareness alone won't bring answers. The haunting silence from the hills of Masca has now become a kind of symbol, not just of one boy's disappearance, but of a deeper question about how we handle crisis, how we coordinate across borders, and whether the system is prepared when the unthinkable happens. Blexley, in one final chilling remark, summed up the stakes: every day that passes makes a positive outcome less likely. But we can't give up. What we need now is not just hope, we need precision, expertise, and action. And fast. For Jay's family, every second still counts. But for investigators, the question remains: was the clock already broken from the very beginning? Subscribe the channel to get such videos.